Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Ant Talk, the weekly comic conversation. So they just dropped the first trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'm going to go over my reaction and thoughts on it. So obviously, I'm always excited for Marvel's next movie, but now we finally get Marvel's first Spider-Man movie, Homecoming. It's to me, it's kind of a double meaning. It's homecoming in the movie, and it's homecoming to Spider-Man back at Marvel Studios. And they try to make that very apparent with a pretty heavy Avengers reference, as these ATM robbers are using masks of the members of the Avengers to, commit a crime. And we see they have some very advanced technology, and it's probably leftover Chitauri tech that bad guys and criminals have gotten their hands on since the first Avengers, and now they're using it to, commit crimes and whatever they want, really. We already saw in Civil War Tom Holland's first appearance as Spider-Man, but this seems to be very much the same character. He's quippy, he likes to talk smack to the bad guys, and he's just having a good time being Spider-Man. And that seems to be very apparent. It's humorous. It definitely feels like a Marvel movie, and I think unlike Doctor Strange, some people are kind of don't like the humor in it, but in this, it definitely makes sense. He's just your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and we see that he is just fighting like a street-level type crime. These guys, in the beginning of the trailer, they're just trying to break into an ATM. He's not fighting Ultron or anything. So there's actually quite a bit of Tony Stark in this trailer. He's the only Avengers member we see, but there's been rumors that there might be more in the movie, but it's very apparent Tony Stark is a significant character to the plot of this movie, or so it seems to me. Spider-Man's asking what it takes to be an Avenger, and Tony Stark is basically telling him he's not ready yet, and to leave the bigger stuff to the Avengers and people like that for now. He's not ready. He should keep a low profile. He's very mentorish, very dad sounding. So I think that kind of gives away the role that Tony Stark will be playing to Peter Parker. And I think I like that. It gives more of a dimension to Tony Stark's character, and it gives, Spider-Man that father figure that he doesn't have ever since the passing of his Uncle Ben, and not really ever knowing his real parents. So I think that's interesting, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. Also, this trailer really focuses on Peter Parker's high school life. We knew that it was going to be about that. People keep referencing that this movie's going to partly have a John Hughes feel, which I think is cool because we don't have that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe yet. He's our first character or member of the Avengers that's really young, a kid still. It's cool that they finally got a Peter Parker that really looks like a high schooler. I think Tom Holland's going to do a great job. He seems to be a really good Peter Parker so far. And like I said, with all the Avengers references and so much Tony Stark in the trailer, they really want you to know that this is not the Sony version with Andrew Garfield. This is a whole new thing. It's part of the Marvel universe. That's definitely shown here in this. It looks like it's going to be pretty funny. I like the interactions he has with his friend and the other high schoolers. We get our first live action view of Vulture. He comes off pretty intimidating. I like the classic look, but I'm never opposed to a more practical version that makes more sense to, just movies or a cinematic story, or when you're trying to ground it or relate it to real life. Some things look good on a comic book page, but they don't look as good in real life. So I think they probably went the right way with the Vulture suit on this, having it look like it's obviously advanced technology. He doesn't have any real feathers. We only get a quick look at Michael Keaton's face. The rest is pretty much with his helmet mask on. But yeah, he sounds intimidating. He says he'll kill and everyone you love or something like that. Michael Keaton is the perfect guy to play a villain, and I think he's going to help push this movie over the top. I really do. And I'm excited to see his take on the Vulture. And the other thing is, he's just a normal guy like anyone else. And he just happens to be a criminal who's got his hands on some advanced technology, probably from the Tinkerer, who's not in this trailer. Spider-Man, he's just a regular kid, but he has these extraordinary powers. Looks like the Vulture is going to be kind of a regular guy, criminal, but he's going to have this incredible wing suit and this other advanced weaponry that will make him quite the contender for someone like Spider-Man. But hopefully that'll add some layer and depth to his character. There's no shocker in this trailer, but if you see the international trailer, they give a glimpse of Bokeem Woodbine, and he's punching the buses you see flying around and slamming Spider-Man around in that bus parking lot. And he's been rumored to be the Shocker for a while, and my money is on that as well. Looks like this movie's not going to just take place in New York. Obviously, some of it takes place in D.C. as he jumps off the Washington Monument. How does the story get there? I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Maybe like a field trip or something. We see Spider-Man in a few different suits. We actually see him in his original old suit, so I don't know where some of the timeline's going to take place. Will any of it take place before Civil War, or maybe flashbacks, or just him reminiscing? We see that he's obviously, having a hard time focusing on school when he wants to be out there being a hero. He's got a little taste in Civil War. He wants to be an Avenger. But, Tony Stark's telling him, stay in school, keep a low profile from now. But, how would you feel if you were Spider-Man? Would you want to keep going to high school every day? I don't think so. That trailer ends with Spider-Man swinging and Iron Man flying next to him. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to see how that plays out. I really don't think Iron Man should help him in, the final battle or anything. I think, it should be Spider-Man's obstacle to overcome, but I would like to see what kind of fun they can have with Iron Man and Spider-Man. Overall, yeah, I really like the trailer. I can't wait for the movie. Seems like a long way away. We got Guardians before that. But yeah, I think Michael Keaton's going to be a great villain. Tom Holland's a great Spider-Man. And, these Marvel movies are always good, so I have no doubts in it. So yeah, I really can't wait to see this movie. What do you think? Are you excited for Spider-Man Homecoming? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Ant Talk. Thanks for watching. See ya.